Good morning, folks. Welcome back to another day in the life of Josh on the farm. See what we can muck up, break, bend, get stuck doing today. First, I want a hat for my head. Where are all my hats? Mario, what are you doing here? Yep, you'll do. I've decided it's officially spring now, so hats are going on. Just had my breakfast outside for the first time since October last year, which was very nice. Anyway, as you can see, all the cows are outside. They've gone out to graze, all the yard work is done. Abby's done a lovely job scraping up into the slurry pit, probably putting more slurry back into the pit than we took out in the last video. It's the never-ending quest to empty the slurry pit. Yard gates are all set up, ready for later. I've got to put the foot bath up because it is Friday, sometime before we start milking. Job will be a good one. In-calf heifers have had 6 new bales put out this morning. You'd think that would last them ages. That will last them probably 2 days. And you might be wondering, Josh, why are you just aimlessly wandering around the yard? What are you actually doing today? Well, I can answer that question for you right now. We're jumping in this McCormick. We're taking this state-of-the-art dung trailer. We're going to load it up with this Manitou, with this dung, and take it away. It's always good just to inspect the trailer, make sure there's nothing in there that you don't want in there before you start filling it. This particular model, I don't know what it is, but it's really handy. It's got these little spy holes in the front so you can see if you've left anything in there before you then bury it in muck. It's got the slightly larger viewing hole on the opposite side here in the middle, and I can see, yeah, that's empty. Good. Rich has very kindly plumbed in the pipes for me, so that's good. All I got to do is load it up and drash on, boys. I think that's looking at the trailer. Well, that's loaded. This isn't really your typical fluffy FYM that has been sat there rotting for a while, and therefore it's rather heavy. As you can see, demonstrated by this little flat spot we've now got on my tyre. Note to self, put less in next time. Right, let's go. Right, we are bumping along. Here we go. I've got my hat on backwards. I don't know why, because I'm not 12 years old. We are on what is known as the old lane. There is the new lane, old lane. Also, fuel lights come on, so we need to sort that out when we get back to the farm. I don't want to get caught with my trousers around my ankles, running out of fuel. Don't know why my trousers would be around my ankles. Bit weird. In other news, look at the grass seeds out there. This window's filthy, you know, you can't really see through it. But they are starting to stitch together nicely. Those pigeons need to do one. Go away, pigeons. Feel my horn. Oh, nearly missed the corner. So I am just sat on the hand revs here, because it's a bit bumpy, as you can see. I did have a bit of a squeaky bum time moment. I thought the trailer was gonna tip over. It's it likes to wobble a bit. It's only on a single axle, and I've probably overloaded it, but we move. Oh, the fuel light's gone off. We fixed it. Sensational scenes. Oh my god, that's gonna make the trailer wobble. Oh my word. No. Oh. You want some advice? If you're pulling a trailer on a bit of a rough track, just don't look backwards. Don't do it to yourself. And if you tip it over, just remember that I didn't tell you that. Always look backwards to make sure it's fun. Now you're going to ask me, why are there 2 lanes? Well, that's a very good question. This lane here is for agricultural machinery to move up and down. This one here is for agricultural cattle to move up and down. One is made up of fairly large, rough rubble. The other is made up of some rather expensive, nice stone that's been vibrating, rolled and capped and whatever. If we dragged all the tanker and fertiliser and muck up the nice one there, it would soon end up looking much like this one. We have got some tracks to lay at some point. That's what the big heap of stone that you've seen in previous videos is for. The one, oh, you can't see it, but way over there in the distance, that one didn't quite finish, so it needs to go up, snook around the corner. And then we've got a bit down in the farmyard that needs a bit of tinovation, as they say around these parts. We do have to join the cattle track at this point, because we run out of non-cattle track. But at least it means we can go up on the foot throttle, a bit smoother. Now, as you can see around here, there's a few holes and divots that need filling in, but there, that needs filling. Oh, I gotta get out of them gates. Right, through the wheel wash. Obviously every time you leave the farm or come back to it, you've got to go through that one. We are all about being clean and biosecurity. You want to see a big pile of poop? Well, there's a big pile of poop. Look at it, it's steaming. Splendid. Now the reason I got out is I wanted to show you this grass. Look at this. This is the stuff that was drilled in between the rows of maize. So there's a row of maize, and there's a row of maize, and then there's 3 rows of grass. And look at that, the field is green. There's more grass here than there is anywhere else on the farm. And we're probably just going to spray it off and plough it back in, which I know seems a waste, but it will act as a bit of like green manure fertiliser. The field's not fenced, and it's across a main road, and there's another main road, and there's a builder's yard, and there's a house. Lots of things that if you bought cattle up here, it could go badly wrong. Anyway, we seem to be suffering catastrophic losses out the side hole here. I don't know whether to move that or to leave it. When the trailer's up in the air, you can see it all flapping about, which isn't a lot of cop. I mean, look at that. That's actually sitting on the tyre. That's not a lot of good. I don't think that's how the floor of your trailer is supposed to look. All joking aside, we probably ought to get that fixed and or replace the trailer. If anybody has a nice sort of 12, 14 ton silage trailer that isn't stupid money, let Rob know. Yeah, just let Rob know. Just don't tell him that I was the one that mentioned it. Anyway, onwards for another load. Just a quick little public service announcement whilst the tractor is fueling up. No, I didn't forget, I normally do. If you would like to help support the channel, then please be a legend and hit the subscribe button. It is completely free, doesn't sign you up for anything, doesn't cost you anything, just helps promote our videos to more people. And for those of you who want to go the extra mile and support us a little bit more, then you can buy merchandise such as my hat that I'm wearing and a few other things at the top link in the description. That will take you to the Branding Iron, which is a website set up by Claire and Colin, who make our merch for us. There you can find my merch along with lots of other YouTubers and other content creators. I really do appreciate everyone that likes to buy this, and whenever I see you guys out in the public wearing it, it's a bit odd, but it's nice. Anyway, we're going to continue fueling up, and then we'll go get another load and drash on. Well, would you look at that? We're going up in the world. This window's filthy, but better to have it shut, I reckon. Gosh, why have you put the handbrake on, you fool? There she goes! Hello! Hello! Shouldn't be able to see my hand in the trailer. That's not good. Oh, crikey. Well, there's 2 loads. Loaded up with another X amount of tons of perfecto manure. We are getting through the part. Going back slightly to the merchandise, such as the hat I'm wearing backwards again, it's actually really handy, Claire, having the website now, because it means that everything can be made to order. I haven't got to buy stuff and hold it and sell it and deal with all the postage and all that headache, which I probably do have time for, but really don't care to have time for. It also means that I don't have to try and get everything in every size for every person that wants it, because with the best will in the world I can't do that. Also, I wanted to give a little mention and a shout out kind of thing. I don't normally do shout outs. People message me saying, can you give me a shout out in your video? No, I don't do that. Not unless I think I want to do it anyway. But there is a person I have found on YouTube recently who is actually very local to me. His name is Carl Segan. Hope I pronounced that correctly. On YouTube as Segan Contractors. I'll put a little picture somewhere so you can see what it looks like, and I'll put a link in the description as well so you can go and find him. But he is a contractor in terms of he has machinery, a tractor and implements. And he also has a workshop where he makes stuff, fixes stuff, does work. He actually just messaged me about the floor of this trailer. I sent him a Snapchat of it. This trailer's past saving, Carl. This is going on the scrap heap. I think the door's about the only good thing about it. I'm about to tip it over anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Oh my god, he's rocking like a good. Anyway, Carl possesses that high quality, stupid sense of humour that I absolutely love. So obviously we've just been through winter. Most of his videos at the minute have been in his workshop, fixing stuff. He's just moved workshop, he's got a bigger one, putting up a mezzanine, en français. And yeah, I just find his videos very interesting and quite funny. So if you want to be a legend and go and help him out, there's a link in the description, or just look him up. You will not be disappointed. I don't know if he has a goal he's trying to get to with YouTube. Often something I think about. I don't really have a goal with YouTube. In fact, I don't really have a goal with life. To the point where I actually told my wife's parents, the first time I ever met them, that my life motto was to aim low and avoid disappointment. Turns out that wasn't the best time or place to say that. But 7 years later, we're happily married. I'm certainly happily married, I can't vouch for Abby. Anyway, enough chit chat, let's move some Dung. Right, don't want to start then. It's happened, folks, the heavens have opened. Drizzled a bit. Oh. Take the part brake off. Got quite the pile of dung building up where we're loading here, underneath that hole in the trailer. Now, I sent out a Snapchat about that hole, and so far the responses have been, you weld that up fine, and set fire to it. They seem to be the two responses we're getting. I reckon there's a good 2 loads left here still, maybe even a fraction more. Here comes a man in a van. I don't know who the man in the van is. Alright, not too bad. Do you want me to take your number in case they ever ask for anything?
Yeah, you can do. How many are you milking now?
360.
Alright, I'll leave it good. Alright, thank you.
Cheers. So the man in the van was after a bit of relief milking. I had a chat to him for 10 minutes, but I'm amazed he's not found any locally, because when you speak to people, they always say they are crying out for staff, but then you also speak to people like that chap there who's, you know, obviously wants to work and is looking for work, and everyone he asks for don't want to give him any. It's a conundrum, it's an odd one. No point overloading this one, and then we'll put the bucket on when we come back in a minute and do a bit of tidying up. Doesn't look a lot there, but I reckon that, plus everything I scrape up here and the bit that's coming out the side discharge of the trailer, will make up another load. So anyway, I took Matey's number that came in looking for milking, because there aren't many people that want a milk house, and he seemed quite keen, and he seemed a nice chap. And even if we haven't got any work for him, you know, you go to all these farm walks and days out we go to, there's always people saying, I wish I just had another person to milk all days or a couple of afternoons or whatever. So it's a phone number worth having. Right, 1 load, we'll clear up with the bucket, and then we are done skis. Right, time for the last load. I've just seen this. What on earth has happened there? It looks fairly fatal for the fork. Oh, what a mess. What a mess. I was going to load a bit with a grab first. Should I do that? Perhaps I should. Time to change. Oh, down. Little Morris update for you. There he is. He is the bay. Hello, Morris. He's a bit wary of me because I don't feed him. Everyone else does. Let's go see how clean we made the old floor. Well, like my school reports used to say, showed willing, could have done better. And I missed that bit over there. My little hole in the trailer's let me down. And now we're leaking sop everywhere. Get this up the field, go in for some dinner, come back, milk some cows. Job's a good one, life's good. What more could you possibly want on a Friday? That was heavy. Right, there we have it, sports fans. Oh, I wish this would just stick in like... Gotta be nice to it. There we are. That's the last load tipped. What have we done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 loads. God, we are busy. It's not very far up here from the farm, but because we don't go on the road, it's all sort of roughly old track. You can't get any speed up, you can't go very fast at all. So it takes a minute. Probably finish on the back door we have. Down you go, trailer. Yeah, I am amazed with that grass. That is so good. Apart from the patch that the end was missed just there. What happened there, chaps? Right, Rich is just sticking up the foot bath because he's a legend and he's doing that for us. Millie's been in and washed their car, so I think he's going to pressure wash it away as well. This is a very blind junction to the right hand side. And now Fry's cut the hedges. You can see a bit better. Straight across, gents. Always leave a gate as you find it. Hashtag abandoned. Well, that was successful. There was a big pile of poop there and now there's not. These girls look happy. We still got 3 in here to carve. Hopefully they'll do that at some point soon. We got a big job on Monday. We're going to do our blue tongue vaccination. So that's every animal needs doing. They're doing twice, 3 weeks apart, which will actually line up quite nicely with TB testing. If we give them the first one on Monday, 3 weeks later, we'll give them the second one. So we're going to do that, and then possibly Tuesday we'll let the heifer calves out, or Monday afternoon if we've got time, after we've jabbed them. The big ones will stay in a little bit longer. I don't know what we're going to do. If we let the big ones out, we've got to keep the ones that are going to calve back here somewhere. Whether we just run in with the milking herd, don't know. But yeah, successful morning. Time for some dinner. It is 1:10 I'm hungry. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe, as I said earlier, it's free and it just helps. Check out all the links in the description, especially the one for merch. Even if you don't want to buy my merch, go and buy someone else's merch. Help someone else out. Yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Cheerio.